Welcome back to the MONSTERTHON, boys!
We're so back.
We're thriving. The dark universe does not exist.
Captain's log.
Let me open it in the rain. Get these pages nice and moist.
There's the silver Wolfman cane from 2010's The Wolfman. I don't know why.
That's how he got in his...
Yeah.
That's how he got it.
It's in roughly the same time period as well.
What is that?
It's a dragon.
Dragging these nuts across your face? I fucking immediate. We're back, baby. We're so fucking
He
back.
did get you. You did not expect that.
There he is. Ian, do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Who is it?
That's straight out of Compton.
Yep.
Which one?
Yellow Wolf from the White Man. I know which one it is too, and my brain's blanking so hard.
On his name?
Oh my god, it's David
Yes, it is. I did not know he was going to be in this movie before I saw it.
Well, this is a popular film, so he's in it.
A side of his face. It was like, oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Him forgot Dr. Dre's name.
And then
him, oh, yeah, polka dot man.
Liam Cunningham, I believe, is that guy's name. Davos Seaworth from Game of Thrones.
Is there a series or film that made any money at all that he's not in?
Who?
David Decimal Chain.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's not in the MCU.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
is.
is.
Where?
He's one of Ant-Man's friends.
He is.
Oh my god, in the first one.
And
Checkmate.
the second one.
And then he disappears in the third one.
Nope,
like all
he's a
of them.
voice actor in the third one.
Oh, he's a different character in the third one.
Yes, he is.
He's two-time MTU player.
Jesus Christ. Well, Ant-Man didn't make money, so.
Yeah. No,
You
none
said
of
it
them.
made money.
The first and second one did.
That's true. I did stipulate popular. That's on me.
I like that guy's mutton chops in the background. They're very British.
Oh, well, this is the time of mutton chops, so don't you know?
I'm going to get mutton chops, I think.
You should.
I shouldn't, because you need a mustache.
Thank you, Mr. Clemens. Sure.
Why are they... was England not racist in 1895?
No, not really.
Okay.
1895, that's post-slavery, Ian.
Yeah, but they
But,
can
like, here's
still-
the thing. Also, we had slaves way longer than Europe did.
Prayers didn't work then. They still don't work now.
Well, Dracula's not real now. All right, let's see how good the food... Food check, food check.
Out of focus in the background. Wow.
I can't tell if it looks good.
Looks delicious.
Jake, does the game make sense?
There's like 5 pieces left. Probably it makes sense, dude.
Smells like Dracula down here. How fast does Dr. Dre die? Now, he's going to Dracula. That sounds like a bad idea.
Mud and I have seen
Don't
it.
tell him. Don't.
I'm not telling him. I'm just saying, at what point in the movie do you think he dies?
Like, almost immediately.
Okay, so like not even out of the first act.
I think, like, maybe within 5 minutes.
They find a woman buried in dirt, and they don't think, maybe we should go check the other caskets. We might be hauling human cargo.
Yeah.
That
Especially with after how quickly the people who delivered it got the fuck out of there.
Grease should be to our starboard.
How do you not shit yourself if that happens?
I would've shot myself.
I would scream. That was a sick beat. What else do we expect from Dr. Dre?
Nothing, you idiot. Dr. Dre's dead. He's going to be.
He's locked in my basement.
Well, Ian, it's roughly 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's time.
Dr. Dre's still not dead.
He'll get there.
It's almost like he's the main character.
This guy saw that through the thing, and he's still alive.
Totally fine.
So Dracula just did that.
Our ship's doctor continues to administer regular transfusions to our stowaway.
I really like how the narration is just that chapter of Dracula.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
He's out here drawing the Golden Gate Bridge.
Don't be stupid, Ian. Magneto killed that bridge.
Not in 1895. or
Was the
whatever.
Golden Gate Bridge even built at this point?
Who cares? Was California even a state at that point? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm great. I'm well. Nothing's bad.
The raven-haired man with the beard.
Mm-hmm.
He saw Dracula Night 1.
Yep.
By all accounts, he was set up to die first.
Yep.
He does not.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what I mean by this film does not take the easy route. It doesn't just like work its way through the B-roll cast. You know, it's not like they get a minute of character development and then they die.
Yeah.
So you genuinely don't know who's going to die next.
May I add to that I love this interpretation because it's so true to the character of Dracula. Any like random beast that's hungry would have fed on that guy, but he did that just to do that. Like he's just fucking with him. Like, oh, like, hey, I'm gonna freak you the fuck out. Anyway, might eat you tonight, maybe not, maybe later, maybe never. Definitely not never.
He went above deck to just
Yeah.
stretch his balls.
Yeah,
and
he has so much food already. He does not need this much food, but he's gonna eat it anyway.
Are we not gonna listen to the lass?
I'll
and watch
spend
you
no
just-
more time discussing anything.
No more talking. I've decided we're just going to boat.
Listen to my mustache.
I am louder than everyone, therefore I am correct. Thank you.
Boat on giant wave always looks good.
Especially when it's like a little tilted, because that's what waves do to boats.
With the storm, bro.
Oh, it's like every painting ever
Peak
made.
fucking fiction.
The movie never addresses why they're transporting the things. Like, that's it. If you know, you know.
They get paid money to do it.
They get paid money. Like, the movie
That's
never
all
goes
you
into
need
like,
to know.
oh yeah, world domination. Like, it doesn't matter to the context of the story.
No, all that matters is they were paid to transport it.
Yeah.
You know,
They could just
So
be
I
a
think-
merchant vessel.
I think in the context of this movie, it's fine that they don't address it.
Exactly.
They're a merchant boat.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
transport
That's
cargo they are
what-
paid to bring.
Makes sense.
It's not relevant, but if you know, you know.
The fucking Transylvanians or whatever went, hey, bitch, here's a lot of money, and we're fucking off now, and that's it. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
I hate when books, or movies rather, require that you have read the book to get something. That's not what this
I
is
actually
doing.
don't know what's going on. What's Dracula?
This is actually like the most opposite, I would argue.
Exactly.
Because this is the most non sequitur chapter in Dracula. It has nothing to do with the Harkins. It has nothing to do with the Van Helsing. Look at that little bitch knife.
That is an actual butter knife.
That's not even a butter knife. That's one of those knives you use to spread frosting.
The whole boat's made of wood. They could turn any of these fucking chairs into steaks. I'm just saying. Not that they'd ever know to do that. Oh my god. I love how that's not a visual effect. There's just this guy out there with really long arms that they just
And
put a lot
gray
of
skin.
and a lot of makeup on. I think Dr. Dre's gonna die in 5 minutes.
That was a good one, Ian. That was very funny.
Great
Thank
joke.
you.
Really slayed me with that one.
That is
That's a
Colossus.
man.
That is Colossus from Deadpool. I've met that man.
Yes, he's a super nice guy.
He is so nice.
Actually, Bram Stoker's vampires never blew up in sunlight,
He's burning. He's not blowing up.
I don't give a fuck.
but that's just
Me,
something
me, 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 me.
Nosferatu did the first time ever in 1920s. Actually, Dracula is kind of weak in sunlight, except at noon where he is most powerful.
Weird.
He's strongest at noontime for that 1 minute. And then 12:01, he's back to being subdued.
That is so arbitrary and dumb.
It is. It's my favorite
Me
aspect.
fighting Dracula 11:59. I'm gonna win this thing. Me try to.
Fight Dracula.
12 o'clock, fuck. Oh no.
I die instantly.
Instant death.
12:01 as I'm dying, he weakens up again. Fuck.
Got him.
You getting up at 12:02? I didn't hear no bell.
I really like how Dracula brought a snack.
Snackula.
That's all she is.
He knew he needed snacks for the plane trip.
Yeah, it's a long
Dracula
ride.
taking the snackula, you know?
So how many people are alive? 4?
We are down to the captain, the first mate, the child, Abrams, that's him, Dr. Dre, and Anna.
The child is barely alive.
Still low, technically. Oh, and the cook. I forgot about him. See, this is another example of you don't know who's safe next. The cook got a little bit of character development at the start. He has a very distinct role in the crew. He's not just another nondescript ship hand.
Hey man, you check if Dracula was in that thing? I just left.
Yeah.
Good.
People react differently. He just
Now, to be fair, that is the most reasonable reaction you
You
can
can
do.
argue that's like the smartest guy on board.
Yeah. I think the smartest guy on board is actually Dracula. Haha, you guys thought you would catch me lacking. I've actually been gooning around all night.
Ian, I need you to go back in time and say that to Bram Stoker.
That way he puts it in the book.
He's
That way
like,
he puts it
my
in
God,
the
the
book.
finest sentence ever spoken. I must write it into existence.
He would just pull out a gun and shoot you in the chest.
Seems like the type.
We have found where the devil sleeps.
Oh no. Don't cut back to this guy. That makes me think he's going to get eaten.
No, it's just footage of him surviving.
Well, Dracula can't cross water.
Can't cross moving water.
Oh, don't tell me it's still. Here's your technicality. Also, he could turn into fog. That's why it's.
He can, in fact, turn into fog. There's limitations, but there's a lot of ways around it.
I would just kill myself. I think that's the smartest.
Don't give him the satisfaction.
Just blow my brains out. Dracula goes.
What a noise.
Did he fucking knock my ass out and take the lifeboat? This bastard.
Oh, but he did send the lifeboat back.
That way they can get a...
That's so funny.
Now it's a death boat. He was like, go ahead. Leave.
Say when.
there's 1,000 other horror movies that wouldn't have or would have pulled the punch of killing the kid this early, right?
There's 1,000 other horror movies where Abrams would be dead by now.
Easy. 100%. So we're down to Corey Hawkins, the girl, Davos, and David Desmond
And Abrams.
And Abrams, I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah, JJ. Oh, fog! It is so cool that he uses his fog powers.
Yes, he literally never does in any movie. This is huge. I love it.
Yeah, I'm big. I'm big right now. That's sick.
It's so targeted. It's nowhere else except the ship.
He should control a fish.
He can.
What would he do?
How useful is
Flop a shark under the deck.
And then what?
That's not really Dracula's style. Just
Yeah, it'd be
throwing a
funny.
giant whale.
He throws Moby Dick by Abrams.
Oh my god.
Someone had to die first in the final fight. I get it.
I renounce you!
Bruh.
I feel renounced. Thank you.
I renounce you!
Bro, I'm an atheist. You ain't doing shit.
You want them to believe that you're a god? You and I both know that you're not!
Alright, I'm gonna talk shit to the thing that's killing everybody. So far, we're 0-9!
You're afraid of what lies on the other side!
Oh yeah?
Square up.
He literally went, come find out.
He literally said, fuck around and find out. And Dracula went, bet.
Fucking bet. Where and when.
It's Jover.
Our man's losing the 1v1.
How do you win the 1v1?
Me opening a Capri Sun pouch.
Die, you devil!
I'm announcing my attack with a lot of prep time. It's still gonna work.
That looks sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Ghost ship.
That's really good cinnamon toastography.
Imagine if they make like 20 more sequels based off of every chapter. That'd be shit because they're not standalone like this one.
No. I thought you were going to say, imagine if they made 20 more movies that gradually grows into Renfield. Can Anna go to Wendy's?
No, she's dead. It's also 1895.
Do the rules apply to the underlings?
Surprisingly, not a conversation we had in Renfield.
And well, it doesn't clarify in the book.
Dracula's life gets a lot easier with DoorDash.
Oh my god, yeah. Big
Yeah.
time.
You just kill the DoorDasher.
Well,
Come in.
his life gets harder the more modern we get because it's really hard to do murders nowadays.
He's Dracula.
Like even like
The
100
victim has been drained of blood.
Yeah. That's very clearly a Dracula move.
Just keep on the move. You don't have to live anywhere.
Just
Yeah.
keep eating people that hike.
I don't know.
Or the homeless.
If I'm Dracula, I kind of want to settle down in a castle.
Ian, it's actually very frightening the amount of hikers that disappear every year.
Yeah. It's Dracula.
Yeah.
No,
it's
there's
fucking
literally
Dracula.
like, there are serial killers in the woods who kill hikers and we just can't find them.
Yeah. His name is Alucard backwards.
And that is why I will never be a hiker.
Just start carpet bombing the woods.
Burn the forest down.
Carpet bombs are not one of his weaknesses, Ian. I'm sorry.
He's not weak to carpet.
Or bombs. Either. Why would you bomb a carpet?
And send it back to hell.
All right.
You'd think.
It would have been so much funnier if he just died.
Since Mud and I have seen it, I want to hear
I want
Ian's thoughts
Ian,
first.
I want you to go first.
That's a pretty solid time. There's a little bit of logic that, like, we were talking about, where it's just like, I'm not going to open up any of the things, even though we found a person. Like, if I'm a ship captain, I'm going, how many more live people are in here?
Yeah, like independent of Dracula being in there. Holy fuck, there's a person in the cargo hold.
Yeah. And fun fact, if they did that during the day, they would have just found Dracula and been like, the fuck is that? And then
Yeah,
killed it.
He would have been asleep and powerless to stop
And
him.
they would have opened it in the day and he would have burned.
He would have.
Right? So there's a pretty instant solution to this movie. Not Carlo Poggioli. Like, I think it's pretty good though. But I'd say it's like a solid 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good time.
It was good.
You know?
It was good score.
Dracula looks great. Nosferatu, you know, whatever he is. It's definitely a good time.
I would also say 8. This is my second watch. I watched it in theaters, obviously. Freaking loved it. Ian, I agree with a lot of your points. You're right. A couple of side characters don't really have much to do. But to me, that says out of like the 9 people, most of them actually had something. Like even the chef had like a little.
The chef has a little arc.
Little story, 1, 2, 3 going through. Like just the little details like that. Like I really appreciate that they really spent a lot of time with this story and this script going like, how can we make it closer 1-to-1 with Dracula the book? How can we make this something that could have happened that the captain either would not have written or they would have excerpted from the news article? It's really close in continuity. I'm going to say this. It is one of my favorite Dracula adaptations, probably like in the top 10 somewhere. I've seen a lot of Dracula movies. But more importantly, it is the most book-accurate Dracula film I've ever seen. It is verbatim that chapter. And there's like a slight, like a hair's worth of inconsistencies in terms of that. But the vast majority is like, you could literally start reading Dracula, stop, watch this film, and then resume the book Dracula after that chapter. And it still works.
Yeah. And I'm okay with inconsistencies and taking liberties with some of the content simply if it's good. This was grounded, sane, made sense in the continuity of the universe. And for the most part, I wasn't just like, what a fucking dumb idiot. Like, it makes sense.
And even like the little things where you start thinking like, okay, well in the book, the captain was tied to the thing, but then Clemens untied him. But he wouldn't have gone back to the log after that point to update it.
Yeah, that doesn't make
He's
any sense.
Fucking dying, it doesn't matter. So the book still works. The only thing that I'm getting on is the sunlight thing, but that's neither here nor there. In any case, no, 8 out of 10, fantastic film. Javier Botet, however you say his name, very talented like horror movie actor who usually does monsters because of his health condition where he looks like a giant skeleton man in real life.
Oh, fuck
and
yeah.
they just threw a bunch of makeup on him and said, go to town. The only CG parts were when he's fucking
Flying
flying
around.
obviously. But like,
Duh.
can't believe he didn't do that one.
Oh, look at
in
this
real
guy
life.
now.
But
he is very lithe.
Yep, he's getting good money to do
Yeah,
horror
look at
movies.
that.
I hope he does every single one. Proud of him. But I'm going to pass it to you. But then afterwards, I want to talk about the very ending.
So, I have sprinkled my praise throughout this review. I have talked a lot about the script and how I think it utilizes the characters very well, even if they weren't always developed. And I think it's fair to say that the 3 Irishmen are very much interchangeable.
Yeah.
But I like that this script doesn't take the easy way out. It kills Toby long before that final fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
the
it does.
balls to do that. Sure, Abrams is taken out immediately, but he still makes it to the final fight. A fucking red shirt made it to the final fight. I love shit like that because it shows that you understand as a writer that the villain doesn't know who has gotten character development.
Yeah.
I think it's stronger than its weakest parts. And I will match the score of 8. We got 2 really good Dracula films in the year 2023 between this and Renfield. They are wholly different films as well.
Yeah.
One of them's a campy, gay little comedy. This one's a straight up fucking horror film.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't even compare them because they're like 2 really good dishes, but like one's like steak and one of them is fish. And it's like, how do you even like they have different properties. They have different like garnish and everything. So I think this is fantastic. Jake, I think we have a very similar criticism about the end of the film.
Yes. First of all, real quick touch on that point. Yes, of the 2023 Universal Monster Dracula related films, I put them the same score. I prefer this one because Dracula to me is not a campy joke. I respect what Renfield did. I love watching it for what it is, but this is much more in line with the Dracula that I'm predisposed. And you get those little subtle character traits where he's just a dickhead. And I just fucking love that. But yeah, so to talk about it, woo, baby, what a sequel bait ending, huh?
Awful. Why is he still alive?
I hate that. It's
I
just the
don't-
I
worst.
hate that he survived.
I don't mind that he survives. I mind that he's like, I'm putting together a monster hunting team.
Right?
Literally.
I was expecting him to walk. I was expecting the last scene of this movie to be him be like, John Harkin, I have some information for you.
I am Clemens Van Helsing, and like,
Would you guys like a fun fact? Because Kieran Head and I talked about this film for like an hour.
I would like a fun fact.
And I mentioned this ending, and Kieran Head agreed with us, like, oh, it's sequel bait. But he said in the original version of the script, which was rewritten, at the end at that bar, somebody named Dr. Van Helsing meets him and talks to him about it.
Ugh,
And they
that would've been
assembled.
that would have been worse.
That would have been worse.
especially because Clemens is not a book character.
He's not.
So
That would have been worse.
My criticism stems all the way back to Clemens should have died. Dracula's not sloppy like that. Come on, he fucking tore through that shit.
I really wish that at the end in that alley, as he's talking about it, Dracula just fucking murked him.
I think he should have died. I think he should have succumbed to his wounds after Anna died.
Ian's onto something though, because I like the idea that it starts out like, oh great, it's a shitty sequel bait, and then he just fucking kills him.
I'm gonna
That'd be funny.
because he was talking about how he's not afraid, he wants to do it, and he can be like, I'm not afraid, I'm gonna hunt the city to get.
Yep.
That would have been. I think that would have been such a weird tone shift for the end of the movie.
Because
it would have been. That's the equivalency of Doctor Strange suddenly grabbing a third eye, screaming, and then the movie ends. And you're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yep.
It's better than the ending we got.
Honestly, you can make him live and not do this huge lead into 10 more movies that they want to make, even though it bombed, so they're never going to make them.
That's the thing.
49% Rotten Tomatoes. Just what is up with critics?
I don't get
sometimes
that.
I agree with them, but other times I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys.
My biggest thing about modern day film is that they can't just leave a film as a film. They have to leave an avenue open just in case it makes money. Fuck yourself. This movie is good and would have been perfectly fine.
As it stands right now, that's my only real big problem.
And I think it speaks volumes about the film that in spite of this glaring problem, we still give it 8 out of 10.
Oh, it's an easy 9 without it.
Yeah, I agree.
Without that sequel bait shit for the last, 60 seconds. Also, it's funny that the Wolfman cane exact prop from the Wolfman movie is in this. That's really,
Is it? It is basically the same problem.
It looks identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
But,
very, very
So
similar.
yeah, that is the MONSTERTHON yet again.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys for the first voyage of the Demeter 2 or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it.
That's a horrible title.
Yeah, it is.
I always eat what I kill, Gwen. You're here in this cell because no game of any hunt could come close to what you are. You are irreversibly one of them. They are the Devil's League, and they are the greatest game in the world.